And me also, I'm happy going home because I am going home to meet happiness. I've created it, then I will enjoy it.
Yes.
As he will look at me, he will call me Mr. Martin. Mr. Martin, come and sit with me. That's bond. You see that you make him, you give him that kind of joy, like you can confide on me, like you can call, you can tell me anything.
I can understand fathers of the older generation, you know, they have that.
Yes, that's
but in this generation, there are some children that whenever their dad travels for work, they'll be like,
they'll be happy.
Thank God. Do you always want your children to behave like adults when you are around?
Between your mom and your father, who does this?
Who do you like most? You hear people saying,
my mother.
Hi guys, you're welcome back to our YouTube channel. If you are new here, you're very much welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel because you would enjoy it here. And to our returning subscribers, thank you guys for always coming back.
Yes, sir.
So of recent, we took notice of this issue going around on social media about how children, when they grow up, they start to resent their fathers. You know how children prefer to take care of their mothers mostly because they feel like when they were growing up, their fathers were not there for them. So even though their father provided all the own money and everything, they still hate their fathers, if I should put it that way, and they love their mother because they feel like, oh, it's not because of their mother, maybe they would have been this or that. So we want to address that issue in this topic, why children hate their fathers so much. Like even as adults, there's some people that will be like, my father, I can never allow my father to eat my 1 naira. I can never take care of my father. I can never call my father. We've seen people like for years, they don't communicate to their father because they feel like, no, God forbid, my father is this and that. Even though when some of these fathers, they are not deadbeat fathers. They are fathers that maybe they work outside the home, you know, outside the town where they live, but they provide financial stability for the family. So we want to discuss about this in this video. So come along with us. If you've not subscribed up to this moment, please, now it's free. Just hit that subscribe button by this side, I'll be by this side anyway, and turn on that notification bell, that bell that you see there, hit it, press it, and you'll see all, press all, so that you can see all our videos as soon as we upload them.
I am coming into this more of because it's really something that has been bothering me personally. I have kids presently, and I'll be like, how are my children seeing me? Like, how are they taking me? Are they seeing me as that strict father that tomorrow they will be running far from me? I want to point out 2 things. First one is, you are a father that is working like very far away from the home. You are not always around. And you are that father that is always 8 to 5 kind of job that stays around. Now, these are 2 different factors of 2 different types of fatherhood. Now, if you are that type that works at a very far distance, you always send the money for the upkeep of the home. Very, very good, because that is our primary job, primary duty at home. Now, the second one that is much more delicate, when you are around, what kind of bond do you create with your children? That bond that, okay, can my child stay at when they are grown up and say, okay, I want to go and visit my father with that joy, with that enthusiasm, like I want to
memories.
Yes, if my father, my UP man, if I reach, we'll sit down, we'll gist, we talk. Or you are that kind of father that your son will be looking at you, or even your daughter will be like, if we go now, every time they will tell us that this one thriller has hit plane that is passing.
There's no personal bond.
No personal bond.
No emotional
attachment. Like when the child is growing, I think I mentioned this in one of our previous videos, and I want to state it here like very, very clear. Every parent, most especially the father, you need that fatherly care, like that father's attention on your children from the age of 0 to 10 years. You see, this period of years is the year of the foundation year. It sticks a lot into the mind. If they ask you a lot of questions that, remember your childhood days, check very well. It falls within this age. It falls within this age because from 10 years, 11, they might
You're
take you
already
to boarding
outside,
school.
yes.
To
And
boarding school, from that
and
boarding
you'll be
school.
more close with your friends.
Yes. So within this period of time that you have, or you are bringing up your kids, you really need to create that bond, that strong relationship that will make your son, your daughter will want to come and stay with you, will be deriving that joy like every minute. I want to go and see my father, I want to go and see my mother, because you did not make the environment
Toxic.
for
Like
them.
there are some children that whenever their dad travels for work, they'll be like,
They'll be happy.
Thank God. When the man is around, that's the time he's supposed to, bond with his children, take them out to the cinema, to the park, play with them. But no, hey, you come here. Like they will be so happy that please, I want father to travel. Let him even travel for 5 months. So these things build up resentment in the children in later years. So I think number one point that my husband has raised is, you as a father, even if you walk far from home, even if you only have 1 day holiday to spend with your children, make that 1 day count. Make it a memorable one that they would, there's something about memories. They will think of, they will be laughing, like whenever their father will play with us, father will do somersault with us and all those things. Like the way my son and my husband plays. They play rough,
in
like
my
so
house,
rough.
I am the
way
rhino.
my son, this Spider-Man cartoon. My son is Spidey, he's the good guy. While my husband is Rhino, the strong guy. So you see them playing. My husband will carry him and all those things. So even if my husband goes to work, like for 1 month, my son will still have that memory of, hey, when father comes back, me and father will play, father will take me out. Even if it's not even a must for you to take your children out. But when you are at home, how do you play with them? Do you always want your children to behave like adults when you are around? You should let your children to be children. Like children will want to scatter, want to play, want to make noise. Will you push them? Foo. Do you even eat? I remember growing up, my dad, and that's why up till now, I still have that connection with my dad. Like if my mom served me and my brothers to finish eating and would not finish the food, my father will come and finish the food for us. If my father is eating, he will call us to come and join him and eat. That bond, to show that care. So tell me, why would I resent him, Kwanu? Like why would I not, So I feel in our generation, we need to do better. Stop assuming that position of, hey, daddy, I am your father. Go and sit down, go and sleep. Come on, go and eat. You can't even feed your child. You can't even allow your child. You cannot even bite meat, baby, and give to your child because you are the father.
So it's very, very important. Like we look into that as fathers, not the mothers now. Because
not just money, because it's not only money.
You will be asking a child, like all these what are they calling it? These games they do play, that okay, between your mom and your father, who does this?
Who do you like most? You hear people saying
my mother.
I don't know if I'm weird though, but because I know, I can remember very clearly, even up to of recently, if somebody asks me then that who do you love most between your father and your mother, I don't know. I will say it's my father. And my father flogs us. Like my father is very strict too. My father flogs us, shouts at us. But after flogging and shouting at your child, he will call us. He will carry me on his lap, advise us that, see, this thing, he will still create that bond. Tomorrow he will still laugh with us, play with us. He will give us food, we'll eat, he will feed us. After eating, he will eat our food, So that's why if they ask me, who do you love between your, I will say my father. So, but it's now
even the Bible says little spanking
does not kill the child.
The point in general there is that distant father, when you are around, show that care, show that love. The love I mean is not just love of going to the market, you buy provision, you buy
toy.
See, there are some jokes you make with your kids at home. Even when they are grown up, they will remember. My father is a funny man. Like there was a day I was coming back. I just said myself, he just came out like, you not seeing my father. I went to pick him from school. I remember.
Yes, you went to pick him.
I went to pick him from school. So even the teachers, they were now looking at him. They were laughing like, wow, he came. This is your father. You understand? Because of the kind of bond,
the kind of play they play.
The kind of play. At home, sometimes he will look at me, he will call me Mr. Martin. Mr. Martin, come and sit with me. Sometimes I will say Rhino. You understand those kind of. If you call me Rhino, I call him Spidey.
It doesn't mean that
it doesn't mean that
that child is disrespecting you.
He disrespects
It doesn't mean that it's disrespecting.
It doesn't mean that the child is disrespectful. What matters there is that bond. You see that you make him, you give him that kind of joy. Like you can confide on me. Like you can call, you can tell me anything. Anytime I ask you something, or anytime you are facing any challenge, come and meet me. I might not have the whole money to give to you, but the little I will tell you or suggest to you or advise or help you out, or if it is someone you can't reach and I know I have that connection, I can call the person. Through me, with my influence or with my fatherly experiences, I can put a call across and maybe such issues will be resolved. It doesn't necessarily mean that everything will be money or gifts. Yes. You have to bring in that joy. And now you, the father that is always around. That is always around.
You work 8 to 5.
If you are coming back, you remember, these people at home. You first of all branch somewhere.
And stay.
There was one day someone was saying, every time you close for work, you just be rushing. I said, nobody is chasing me from my house. Everybody in my house loves me. They want me to be back. They are expecting my presence. And me also, I'm happy going home because I am going home to meet happiness. I've created it, then I will enjoy it.
Yes.
So it's not that after work you look for somewhere to stay 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock before going back home. Make your home a place that is welcoming as the father of the home. Make it a welcoming place for your kids, for your wife, because if you are happy in the house, you will see everybody will just be happy. If the father of the home is happy, everybody will just be happy. So it's really an important one for us as fathers to look into. If you are facing it already, like maybe you notice that your child is very strong-headed,
you can amend it.
There's a way you bring him close. Don't beat him, don't flog him.
Everything is not being harsh.
Show him love, show her love, show her care, show him care. You see the mentality will start changing. This one, my father is doing all these things for me. Let that child feel that you can give him that joy he's running outside to get. He goes to his friend's house, their father is with them. They are happy. Their father will
always like to go to Samson's house or Samuel's house at every time.
Their friend's father comes. This one your head looks like monkey said.
They all laugh.
Daddy, you are calling me monkey, Abi. You are calling me monkey, Abi. They joke like that. But when he comes back home, hey, where are you coming from?
The father is always reading newspaper. His face is like,
go to your room. Don't. That's even you yourself. Are you not tired of doing such? As a man, are you not tired? Try and make the home a welcoming place, a happy place for your children. For your children now.
For your children.
Because when they are happy, you will see even your wife will be happy. Everybody in the house will be happy.
Okay, and I feel this one applies to when the child is still growing up. That's developmental stage. Another mistake that fathers make also is when the child is, turning into adult, maybe teenage, and mostly for the women, because this one applies to me. I'll use my own experience. For example, when I entered the university, and then I remember, like, I've already told my husband this like countless times. Then I was still, although I finished from the university at a quite early age, but I came back for holiday one certain time, and then this guy followed us from the church. He wasn't even scared that my father would pursue him or all those things. And I was even surprised. I expected my dad to, are you okay? Are you this? There are some fathers that do not respect that their daughters are matured and that it is necessary, it is important for men to chase after them. But the way my father even welcome this person, now come inside, I have a home, you don't speak to my daughter on the road, now come inside, to give him that confidence that anything that you dare not mess with my daughter, and also me, I was like, well, is this an African father? So he had also done this also. I invited a guy to the house. This was our village person that I met in the school. I told my mom that, see you, this person wants to come and visit me. And my dad came, he was like, he seated in the parlor, and then, he was interacting with the guy based on they're from the same village and all those things. But I know of so many fathers that would chase you, that will in fact you can't even try it because they will flog you, the daughter, they will flog you. You will see a girl of 15 years, 16 years, she has a boyfriend but her father does not know why. Because and now this thing leads that child to start misbehaving because you are hiding it, you're doing something bad. It is necessary for fathers to do better. Don't be harsh, or you will see your son of 20 years is trying to relate to you that, father, look at, I want to do this, I want you always, no, you're still a small boy, you're this, you're that, I will beat you. Even you will see a man of 30 years, he cannot even talk with his father. Like, his father will still be like, I will slap you.
There was one video I saw online. The boy, not this one is real. The boy was fighting, not that he was even fighting, he was beating the man. The father was trying to fight with him. Like,
why?
Forget the strength you have then is different from the strength you have.
Why can't
the son carried the father like this and hit him on the ground? It was even the community people that started beating the boy. Well, at the end, what happened is that there is no bond.
Yes, there is no bond, and also respect. Fathers will not respect, because you know, mothers, we used to consider our children that, hey, my son, what is it? You know, we respect our children. But fathers feel like, no, I am the man. I have to be strong at every point in time. You have to respect me. You have to obey me. Forgetting that children are also human beings. Yes. And you know, you need to give them that certain level of respect. Just like also you know, when we got married, I told my husband, like when we started having children, my husband will notice with my son, he's very smart. He's a very smart boy that requires an explanation for everything. So when I offend him, or maybe when I did something out of omission, I'll tell him I'm sorry. He will say thank you. I'll say you're welcome. You know. And my husband will be like, I'm a man. I'll tell him, apologize, I beg. If you do something wrong to your son, apologize to your son. It doesn't mean that as a father, you've already lost your manhood. How come now? In fact, you're even gaining the respect of that. The child will be like, wow.
The day I beat him, I did not know he wasn't the one that
he wasn't the one that did something. He
was not crying, like he was looking at me. I did not do anything. Why did you beat me? But he can't speak.
He didn't say it, but like it was like, I'm innocent.
I'm innocent. Later, my wife explained to me that see, he wasn't the one that did it. When I went, he did not cry. He was just looking at. When I called him like to pet him, I'm sorry for beating you. That was when he started crying.
Because he was feeling so just.
So I needed to pet him, to beg him, to tell him that I'm sorry. Now explaining to me that, father, I did not do it. I wasn't the one that did it. He was just trying to like
explain the way everything,
the way the thing happened. So you see that kind of you give your child
a child of 2 years old already, you know, having that mind. Is my father being wicked to me? You know, and this thing happens. You will see a father, a strict man, a strict father will be doing this to his child, to be constantly hurting their feelings, and they will grow up hating that man. And during adulthood, when the father is now old, you now expect your child to love you. It's not a magic now. It cannot
to
not be there for you. You know, there are some fathers and children that when they were young, they did not discuss. They don't have anything to discuss. And then suddenly, when the man is old, he will not expect me to travel down, you know, or to come and visit him every time so that we'll have time to spend and start discussing or start catching up on what exactly, because there was no memory. The only memory I had of you was come here. So see, we need to do better. So, and I feel it's not only the fathers, the mothers here also, we have a lot to play, because I know that it is how you present your husband to your children that they would take him. Because there are some times when my husband travels, you know, and my son will be asking me that, Mom, where is father? Where is father? It's not taking minutes. Maybe if I'm angry at my husband, I'll say, your father left us. Your father is wicked. Your father is this.
Yes, now
those things sink into the child's head. You'll be like, okay, so my father is wicked in my mother. But I'll tell him that, say, he came. Your father went to work. Yeah, he traveled. He will soon come back. He will buy lots of things. So if you know that you got married to a man that walks away from home for like weeks, for days, for months, it is your duty as the wife to let your children know that their father loves them,
He did not
that their
abandon,
father
he did
is
not abandon
sacrificing
us.
his time, that their father is really suffering for them, that their father did not abandon them. It is how you present your husband to your children. They are going to see him, because so many children that now hate their fathers were due to all the old lies that their mother fed them, that, oh, your father is this, your father is a wicked man, your father doesn't even have anything, your father isn't this. So that is why so many children hate their fathers, and which, if we see, the fathers are not even bad, the fathers are not bad, but it's because of the hatred, the malice that the wife have towards. So don't allow the disagreement or the issue you have towards your husband affect your children.
And
don't bring it.
We do feel bad when our children doesn't show us that.
You as the father.
Yes, as a father. We as a father.
So it's not about strong man.
We as men, sometimes we used to feel emotional, like inside when you see your children only anything they are saying is about their mother.
Or sending money to the mother, buying wrappers.
If you now want to visit your father, you buy a shepherd,
dry gin,
all those kind of whiskey, wine, all in the name of, because you are the father. Go and drink and die.
See, most of these fathers,
we also appreciate
want polo. They want trousers, they want clothes, they want shoes, they want you to give them money, like they want you to also take them out, spoil them, but
but show that start early as a father, to show your children that those care, those love, that see, you can do this. Not that just buying or giving money
just
for everything,
paying school fees, paying rent, providing
show them that care.
I used to purposely wait if my husband goes to work, mostly weekends assignment. I used to purposely wait for my husband to be around for him to do the assignments with my son, because I want that bond, so that my son will see him as a teacher, as a provider, as a protector. If I should buy things for my son, this one, I'm not in any way like supporting men that are not responsible, for the wives to be putting them as being responsible, but there are some things I will buy for my son, and my son will go and say, hey mommy, did father buy it for me? I'll tell him yes. He wants to say, oh father, thank you sir. But there are some things that maybe I would go to the market and my husband and my son will be around. If I come back, I'll buy. He will say, oh mommy, father, come and see what mommy bought for us. Mommy bought this for us. So but there are some people, there are some wives that the man will send money to pay school fees for. You will not let your children know that it is father that sent this money. Why? Let them know that, see, your father loves you so much. He's paying your school fees. He's buying this for you. Stop taking all the glory, because you're just instilling hatred. You're instilling resentment in those children's mind, that when they grow up, they will start seeing their mothers as the angel.
And the father
it was my mom that trained us, if not because of my mom. Meanwhile, the father was very, very busy, responsible, sacrificing. He's sacrificing for you, because okay, if you feel like, oh, the man is not usually around, is leaving the training of the children to me. If your husband quits that job and says let him come and stay, you're still the one that will complain of lack. There is no money. You're a lazy man. So the man is actually sacrificing his time. Because I see there are so many men that wish to spend time with their children also, but they need to work. So we also, as mothers, we need to do better. We need to, to present our husbands in a positive light. I'm not supporting irresponsible fathers or deadbeat fathers, please. But if you get married to a responsible husband that is sacrificing his time, his money for the family, for the children, and for the wife, please. It's not too much to ask that we mothers, that we wives should, be supportive also and have their back.
Yes, so and we the men also reciprocate any action.
When you're around, make up for the time.
Make up for the times that you weren't around. Make up for the time, so that it will balance everything.
Yes.
Create that bond majorly with your between the age of 0 to 10. It's very, very
memories,
important.
The childhood memories.
Very, 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 very important. Between the age of 0 to 10. Either married or unmarried. Take this as how would I put it? Like a lesson that you have to put into action in the future. Between 0 to 10, no matter the distance, no matter how close, between 0 to 10, give your children the best the best memory, the best happiness they can get from you. Give it to them. Little spanking does not kill a child, but when you beat the child, draw the child back and like, look, do this, do this, do this. This was why I did this. This was why I didn't do this.
And I think this thing also, African parents, after flogging a child, you will not explain why you flog. You feel like I am your father. Anything I flog you, if I flog you,
ask you to do anything, I ask you to
in this generation, please, if you flog your children, if you discipline them, you need to explain to them, to advise them, so that they would know why exactly you discipline them, and they would not do it again. Because if you just come back and then you see something, you see the plates unwashed, you just go and bring it, fear. You won't even try to ask, why is that plate unwashed? Maybe it might be that the child was not around, or maybe the child was sick or something, something like a tangible reason. You just bring your cane, and you won't even tell the child why you flog the child. You will not be expecting that in the next 1 hour, if I still see that plate dirty, I'll still come and flog you again. And when those children grow up and they start seeing you as a wicked man, you say why?
At the same time, I appreciate the men out there showing concern to their children. It's not easy. It's not easy. After the day job, after all the running up and down, after the stress, you still come back home, you play with your kids, look after them, sleepless nights, nurturing them, feeding them, bathing them, preparing them for school. It's not easy. I appreciate my fellow men out there doing all these
things.
Shout out to all the responsible men, all the men that are actually doing their best to see that their kids are the best, among the best outside there. Shout out to you guys. Now men and be men.
Don't get distracted. You are actually doing the best.
Kids.
It is in the future that you will reap all your rewards. So you need to plant good seeds now in your children's life. Don't get carried away. Don't get discouraged or get ashamed when your fellow men start telling you that, see you they do every time you go to follow your pikin the chop. We just thought to put this out there because our generation needs to be intentional in parenting. Yes, we need to parent our children very well, even though maybe our own family background did not give us these things. But we will not say because our father did not do this, our mother did not do this, therefore. No, we have to change. We have to change the story. We have to be more positive, more, encouraging, more loving, more emotional. It's not a crime for a man to show emotion. To encourage these generation fathers and mothers to do better, so that the future would be, what we want, and not be a time to regret, so that it will be a time to reap, to enjoy all our efforts. So guys, if you found this video useful, this video educative, informative, please share these videos, because this video should get like as many views as possible. It should go round to so many parents, your colleagues, your brothers, your siblings, anybody that even those that are still single, so that you can prepare yourself and do better. And give this video a thumbs up. Also, we want to, discuss with you guys in the comment section. So you can drop your comments, your discussions. What do you think? Are there other things that you feel like that might contribute to the reason why children hate their fathers and prefer their mother? Or who do you think is to blame here? Is it that there are some children that are naturally stubborn? So we want to hear your opinion in the comment section, and also subscribe to this channel. Please subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.